Hi everyone, and welcome to Yoga at the Library. My name is Jess and we're here every Monday at 6 p.m. Tonight we will be taking it pretty easy. That's the goal. We're going to relieve some tension in the neck and the hips. We'll do a little bit of flowing in between, but we're going to keep it down to the ground for the most part. So if you have props at home that you want to grab, I have some blocks here. You can grab those. You can grab a blanket. If you don't have blocks, you can grab like books or something that you want to stack on. And if you don't have a blanket, you can always roll up your mat to provide some more support for your hips that way. So we will get started in easy seat with our legs crossed. Let's start with our right leg crossed in front first. And then just sit up nice and tall. Maybe scoot your seat bones back just so you can feel that connection on the ground. And gently rest your hands on your thighs. You can keep your palms up or down, whichever is more grounding and inviting to you. And maybe take this time to close your eyes down too and turn inward. Take a moment of stillness, silence. Start to notice your breath. Not passing any judgment here, just noticing how the inhales and exhales feel. Taking deep inhales through your nose and deep exhales out. Giving yourself a little bit of forgiveness here when we move throughout our practice. Come back to your breath. Use your breath to help guide you. Use it to help you stay anchored and present in this moment. As we move today, I will offer you suggestions. You have to make the decisions in your own body. So if anything else feels inviting to you, feel free to do that. And just remember, you're here for you and only you. To cultivate a little bit more awareness of your breath, take one hand to your chest and one hand to your belly. Feel the rise and fall of the breath. With each inhale, the belly expands. Each exhale, the belly comes closer to your spine. With each inhale, the chest lifts. And exhale, the chest falls. Bring your attention to how the breath moves up and down your spine. With each inhale, maybe extend up a little bit through the crown of your head. And each exhale to settle. Take 3 more grounding breaths just like this. Inhale through the nose. Feel the belly expand. Chest rise. And exhale, chest and belly back towards your spine. 2 more breaths. Maybe keep your eyes closed here, but take your hands back down to your knees. And just take a moment to see how that feels. Bring your shoulders up on an inhale, up by your ears, and exhale, roll them back down. Roll your shoulder blades down your back. Inhale one more time, lift the shoulders. Exhale, lower the shoulders down the back. Take your hands to the outside of your legs, just tinting the fingertips here. And on an inhale, take your right arm up towards the ceiling. And exhale, take it to your left temple and reach through your left fingertips. Feeling a slight stretch in your left side of the left neck. The left side of your neck, excuse me. And breathe. Exhale, slowly come out of that, right fingertips back down on the mat. And take that to the other side. Inhale, reach the left arm up. And take it to the right temple, gently bringing your head over towards the left and extending through your right fingertips. Exhale, slowly come out of that and place your hands back on your knees. Resting your palms on your knees, inhale to lift the chest, coming into a seated cow. Exhale, round the spine, bring the belly towards the back. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the chest. And exhale, round the spine, rounding the shoulders forward, chin down. Inhale. And exhale. One more time, inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, back to cow. Switch the cross of your legs just to give your hips a little bit of release for a brief second. Rest your palms on your knees. On an inhale, reach both arms up. And exhale, take your right hand to the outside of your left knee. Left arm behind you, coming into a twist. So if you're in the room, I'll try to mirror you as best as I can. Breathe here. Remember, with each inhale, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, maybe twist a little bit deeper. Maybe take your gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale, reach up, facing forward. Take your left hand to the outside of your right knee. Lengthen with your inhale. And exhale, twist, maybe a little bit more. Inhale forward, reaching both arms up. Exhale, take your left fingertips over towards the left. Right arm reaches up and over. Side stretch on the right. Plug down through your right hip so you can really elongate through that side body stretch. And inhale forward. Exhale to the other side. Maybe take your gaze up towards your right elbow to look up, opening the chest. And inhale, reach your arms up high, take it to the other side. We'll flow between these two movements, between side body stretch and twisting. Inhale up and exhale over towards the right. Inhale forward, exhale twist. Inhale forward and exhale, twist back towards the right. Inhale forward and bring your hands to heart center. Take a moment here to ground down, close your eyes if they're not closed already. And take 3 grounding breaths before we start to move a little bit more. Inhale through the nose. And exhale it out. Inhale. And exhale, keeping your shoulders away from your ears. One more breath, inhale. And exhale. Swing your legs around and come onto all fours. And we'll meet in a neutral tabletop. So stack your shoulders over your wrist, your hips over your knees. Your head is in line with your tailbone, and your belly is pulling in slightly towards your spine. Fingers are spread wide. On an inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, come into cow. Exhale, press the mat away, round through the spine, come into cat. Inhale, back into your cow. And exhale, cat. Cow. And cat. Take those two movements on your own. Maybe take some hip sways from side to side. You can rock forward and back. Maybe bring the hips back towards the heels. Move whichever way your body is calling you to do so. Stay in one spot maybe a little bit longer. And just use your breath to help you move through these positions. On your next inhale, extend your right foot back towards the back, keeping your right toes in contact with the mat. And just rock forward and back, getting a little stretch in the calf. And then inhale, lift the right leg up, toes are pointed down towards the mat. Maybe play around with balancing here. Lift the left arm up by your left ear, extending towards the front of your mat. And exhale, lower back down, all four meet the floor. Inhale, extend your left leg back, toes in contact with the mat. And just rock forward and back. And an inhale, lift the left heel, toes are pointed down towards the mat. Engage the belly here to lift the right arm up by your right ear. And exhale, all four meet the floor, back into tabletop. Take another cat-cow, inhale into cow. And exhale, press the mat away into cat. Coming back to neutral tabletop. Extend your right arm out to the right side. Open the chest, lifting up towards the ceiling. And exhale, thread your right arm underneath your left, bringing your right shoulder down onto the mat. Maybe shift your hips back over towards the right. Extend the left arm forward for a deeper stretch. Or come into a bind. We'll stay here for 3 breaths. Inhale, slowly come back after you've finished your rounds of breath. Extend your right arm up towards the ceiling, opening the chest, opening the shoulders. And exhale, plant your hand down to meet the left. Extend your left arm out to the side and up, opening the chest. Exhale, thread it underneath the right. Bring your left temple and left shoulder down. Shift your hips back over towards the left. If you took that bind on the first side, play around with it here. And we'll stay for 3 breaths. Inhale, slowly come up. Back into the tabletop, extending the left arm out to the side on inhale. And exhale, plant it down, back in tabletop. Bring your toes together, knees wide, press back into child's pose. Extend your fingers towards the front of the mat. Drop your forehead down. On your next inhale, walk your fingertips over towards the right. Reach for your right hand with your left wrist. Your left wrist with your right hand to extend through the side body. Once you arrive, take another inhale and an exhale to settle. Walk your fingertips over towards the left. Reach for your right wrist with your left hand to extend that stretch. And breathe. Walk your fingertips back towards the front of your mat. Take this child's pose for 3 more breaths. You can bring your hands down and around towards your heels to allow your shoulders to round down. Get a little break there. On your next inhale, coming up through your child's pose, press up into tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes, press your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet or find stillness. Spread through the fingers. Rotate the eye of the elbow forward. Press firmly into your hands to find that foundation. Gaze is between your legs. On an inhale, slowly start to tiptoe your way to the top of the mat. Come into a forward fold, hang over your legs. Let your head hang heavy, neck hang heavy. Grab opposite elbows, come into ragdoll. You can bend your knees to help you get your torso a little bit closer to your chest. Engage the quads to open the backs of the legs. On an inhale, release that ragdoll, come up halfway to halfway lift. Extend through the crown of the head. Torso is parallel with the mat. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Come up into high mountain. Reach the arms up high overhead. And exhale, fold back down, folding over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reach up high. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time, plant your right hand underneath your face or a block in between your feet. Place a bend in your left knee, open up towards the left, stacking your shoulders. Try to open the chest. And exhale, fold. Bring your left hand in front of your face. Bend in your left knee, open towards the right. And exhale, fold, folding over your legs. Grab opposite elbows one last time. And sway from side to side here. Inhale, slowly come up one vertebrae at a time. Your head is the last thing to come up. Roll your shoulders up, down, and around. We'll meet in mountain. So we're going to do some hip circles here. So place your hands on your hips. Imagine you have like a big hula hoop on and just take some big hip circles. Inhale, brings your hips forward, and exhale to the back. And then switch the direction of your hula hoop circles. Yeah, I feel that, right? All right, coming back to neutral mountain pose. Ground down through both feet. Maybe spread the toes wide, just to feel that awareness. Bring your arms down by your side, lift the chest slightly. And take a grounding breath here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Grab your right wrist with your left hand and take a side stretch over towards the left. Maybe take your gaze up towards your right elbow to keep that chest opening. And inhale, come back center, switch that clasp, go to the other side. Ground down through your left foot to really elongate through that side stretch and try to make sure your hips aren't shifting to one side too much. Inhale forward and exhale, twist, right arm forward, left arm back. And square your hips. So send your left hip forward. Yeah, just like that. Really twisting in the upper spine here. Excuse me. Inhale, reach forward. And exhale, take that twist to the other side. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward, folding over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant the hands. Take your right leg back, come into a runner's lunge. Hands are in contact with the mat. Right knee is lifted. Now drop your back knee. Untuck your toes. Come into low lunge. Inhale, reach both arms up, squaring the hips. Outer tug from the outer hips to help elongate the spine. Take a breath in. And a breath out, drop those shoulders. Exhale, frame your left foot. Lift your left toes, come into half splits. You can fold up over your left leg, but elongate through the crown of the head first before folding. Plant your left foot back on the mat. Tuck your right toes and send it back to downward facing dog. Left foot goes back to meet the right. Pedal it out. On an inhale, bring your right foot in between your hands. Come into that runner's lunge. And drop your left knee. Untuck your left toes. Inhale, reach the arms up. Come into low lunge. Square the hips, drop the shoulders. Exhale, plant the hands, sit the hips back, come into half splits. Right toes towards your face. Inhale back through low lunge. Exhale, plant the hands, frame the right foot, firm up the left leg, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. On an inhale, roll out to plank or drop to the knees, come into modified plank. Sack your shoulders over your wrists. Exhale, slowly lower down all the way to your belly. Drop your one cheek down onto the mat. Keeping your hands underneath your shoulders. On an inhale, press up, pressing into the hands, shoulder blades squeeze together, come into cobra or baby cobra. And exhale, take the other cheek down to the mat. Inhale, baby cobra. And exhale, take it to the other side. Inhale, baby cobra. Maybe try to lift the hands off of the mat. And exhale, take your right cheek down. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the hands. Exhale, left cheek down. On an inhale, press up through tabletop and press back into child's pose. And stay here for 3 breaths. Press back into your tabletop. On an inhale, exhale, tuck the toes, press it up and back into downward facing dog. Walk the feet up to the hands. On an inhale, come into halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, swan dive forward, forward fold. Step your right leg back, come into high lunge. We're going to reach the arms up. Square the hips. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Exhale, frame the left foot. Step your right foot back, come into plank. Exhale, lower down through chaturanga or all the way to the mat. Inhale your baby cobra. And exhale, tuck the toes, press it up, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg, 3-leg dog. Up behind you, toes pointed down. And exhale, step it through. Come into high lunge on the other side. Reach the arms up on an inhale. And an exhale, maybe bend into that front knee. Take another breath in. Exhale, plant the hands and step forward. Come into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reach the arms up. And exhale, swan dive forward. Step the right leg back. Step the left leg back, come into plank. Lower knees, chest, chin, or through your chaturanga. Inhale maybe to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg, come into 3-leg dog, toes pointed down towards the mat. And exhale, step your left foot in between your hands. Inhale up to high crescent lunge. Take a breath in. And exhale, open to warrior 2. Make sure your left knee is tracking over your left toes. You can see the line of energy over your middle finger. Chest is open wide. Inhale, reverse it. Reach up and back. And exhale back to warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, cartwheel the hands. Take a vinyasa through your plank if you wish. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg, 3-leg dog. Exhale, step it through, come up to high crescent lunge. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale and exhale, open to warrior 2. Right knee is stacked over the right ankle. Take a breath here. Inhale, reverse it. Reverse your warrior. And exhale back to warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, warrior 2. One more time, inhale. And exhale, cartwheel your hands. Take your right foot back to meet your left. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. Hang over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reach up. Exhale, take your hands behind your back. Clasp. And inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold right back over your legs. Let the wrists fall towards the front of the mat. Slight bend in your knees. Slowly roll up. You can undo that clasp. Let your hands fall down by your feet. And slowly roll up. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Take a breath here. And exhale. One more breath, inhale. And exhale. On an inhale, shift the weight into your left foot. Lift the right knee, come into marcher. Find something to focus on in front of you. Flex the foot. Exhale, send your right foot back, come into warrior three. Keeping your hands at heart center, or you can extend through the traditional warrior three, reaching the arms forward. Inhale, come back up to marcher. And exhale, plant your feet next to one another. Take a breath in. And exhale. Shift the weight into your right foot. Lift the left knee. Flex the foot, 90-degree bend. Find your gaze or focus your gaze on something. And then exhale, start to shift forward into warrior three. Extend the left leg towards the back of the mat. Still opening in the shoulders. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, plant your foot. From the back of your mat, inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, fold. You can walk your hands to plank, or we'll just meet in downward facing dog. If you are going to plank, go through your vinyasa. And inhale, drop to the knees into child's pose. Take 3 breaths here. Remember, you can bring your hands back towards your ankles. Inhale, press up through tabletop. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, drop the knees, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. So we'll flow through those movements with our breath, or your own breath. Inhale, bring you to the tabletop. Exhale to downward dog. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Try that 2 more times through that cycle, and we will meet in child's pose. Once you're in your child's pose, take 3 deep grounding breaths here. Maybe make the duration of your inhales and exhales the same. Inhale, press up through tabletop. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Walk your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reach your arms up overhead. And exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Shift the weight into your left foot. This time we're going to go back to that marcher. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, cross it over to awkward chair. Sit back in the hips. You can bring your hands to heart center. You should feel this in your outer hip. Pretty good. Inhale, marcher. And exhale, press it back. Airplane into warrior three. It's a nice little flow. Inhale, up, marcher. And exhale, plant your foot. Take a grounding breath. Shake it out if you need to. Shift the weight into your other foot. Inhale, reach the leg and the arms up. Come into marcher. Exhale, cross the ankle over the knee. Sit back into awkward chair. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, press it back. Warrior three, airplane arms. Inhale, up. And exhale, release. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Come into plank on an inhale. Exhale, lower through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, three-leg dog. Reach the toes up. This time, bend the knee. Stack the hips. Try to keep your shoulders square, pressing firmly through both hands. Take some hip circles here. Bring your knee in towards your nose. And just take big circles with your leg. You can also do this from tabletop, if that's more accessible. And then switch to the direction of those circles. Inhale, back to three-leg dog. Exhale, step your foot in between your hands. Come up to warrior two. Open wide towards the left side of your mat. Gaze over that middle finger. Inhale, straighten the leg, lift the arms. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, reach. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, reach. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, straighten the arms, straighten the leg. Turn your right toes towards the left side of your mat. Exhale, fold halfway for a brief second. Take an inhale. Exhale, fold all the way down. Let your head hang. You can grab your feet or reach back towards your heels. Inhale, slowly come up to a wide leg stance. Turn your right toes back towards the front of your mat. Come back to warrior two. Inhale, reach forward, reverse your warrior. And exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Step it back, and we'll meet in downward dog. You can take a vinyasa in between. Inhale, lift the left leg, three-leg dog, and then bend the knees, stack the hips. Take those hip circles on the other side. Switch the direction if you haven't already. On your inhale, sweep it back, three-leg dog. Exhale, step it through. Come up to warrior two. Inhale, straighten the arms, straighten the leg. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten. Turn your left toes, lifting on the heel. Turn your toes towards the right side. Exhale, bring your hands behind your back this time. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, fold. Let your wrists go towards the front of your mat, or actually the right side of your mat this time. Inhale, slowly rise up. And doing that class, bring your feet in just a little bit. Turn the toes out. Sit down into goddess squat or horse. Bring your hands behind your head. Take a lift in the chin and the chest. And exhale, sink just a little bit more. Inhale, straighten up to star pose. Extend through the fingers. Exhale, turn the toes back in. And exhale, fold one last time. You can just walk your fingertips back to the front of the mat. Come into runner's lunge. Take it back to your vinyasa. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. And then inhale, drop down to your knees and back to child's pose. Remember to keep breathing here. Inhale, press up through your tabletop. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. And we'll come into pigeon. You can extend your right leg up, three-leg dog. Exhale, right knee to right wrist. Bend in the knee, untuck the back toes. Slight lift in the chest before you start to fold, square the hips, and fold forward. Any amount is good. If you have a blanket, you can place it underneath your right hip. Send your breath to any place that you feel tension. Take an inhale and then exhale. Feel some of that release. Inhale, press back up into downward facing dog or three-leg dog. Shoot your right leg up. And then take your right foot down to meet your left. Inhale, lift your left leg, three-leg dog. And exhale, left knee to left wrist. Flexing the left toes, untucking the right toes. Inhale to lift, and exhale, start to fold over your leg. And send your breath to any points of tension. Shift your weight into your left hip. You can just swing your right leg around. And we'll meet in bound angle. So bring the soles of your feet together, knees wide. If you have blocks, you can place them underneath your knees. Sit up nice and tall. And just take 3 breaths here. Extend your left leg long, straight in front of you, reaching your toes up towards your face. Shift your weight into your right hip, swing your left leg around, coming to deer twist. So it's kind of like a 90-90 with your legs. Inhale, take your twist over towards your front leg. And then twist the other direction for a counter twist. And then we'll switch to the other side. Swing your left leg back into the front. And your right leg goes behind. And take that twist towards your front leg. And then twist the other direction. Swing your legs in front of you. Reach both feet towards the front of your mat. Toes are pointed up towards your face. You can press into your palms, lift the butt, and sit back on your hips. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, engage the belly, pull it towards your spine to help you forward fold over your legs. If you can't reach your toes, that's okay. We want to keep that nice length through our spine before we start to fold. And you can work with your breath to maybe fold a little bit deeper. Slowly roll up. Take your right foot and cross it over your left leg with your knee up towards the ceiling. Try to keep both seat bones on the ground. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, take your left arm to the outside of your right knee, or you can just grab your right knee, whichever's more accessible, and twist towards your leg. Exhale, take a counter twist to the other side, keeping your feet where they are. And then extend your right leg to meet your left, and we'll switch to the other side. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, take that twist. Try to keep your left foot planted, right toes flexed towards your face. Inhale up for a counter twist to the other side. And then exhale, extend both legs towards the front of the mat. Plant both feet. Put your hands behind your seat bones and just take some seated windshield wipers with your knees from right and left. And then slowly start to roll down onto your back, keeping your feet planted. Knees pointed up towards the ceiling. Extend your right leg up, flexing the toes. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. We'll do one more hip stretch here. Reach for your left thigh, left shin, and pull your right shin towards your face. Pressing your right knee out to the side. Slowly come out of that, lowering your left foot down onto the mat. Extend your right leg up towards the ceiling, and then plant your right foot next to your left. Extend your left foot up towards the ceiling, flexing the toes towards your face, and then cross your left ankle over your right knee, open the left knee, and pull your leg towards your face. Slowly release that. Plant your left foot back down. Extend your right leg, or left, whichever side you're on. Take a couple of windshield wipers just where you are on your back this time. Plant your feet with your knees up towards the ceiling. Reach towards your heels. Extend your head towards the back of your mat to lengthen through the back of your spine and the back of your neck. Press into your palms, press into your feet. And then inhale, lift the hips, come into bridge. Bring your chest towards your chin. And exhale, lower the hips down. One more just like that. Press through the feet, press through the palms. If you would like to take a clasp to bring your shoulder blades closer together underneath. Lift the hips. Bring the chest towards the chin. And exhale, lower. Inhale, pull your knees in towards your chest and just rock from side to side. I'm going to give you 2 supine twist options. You can keep your knees together stacked, or you can extend your left leg long on the mat, keeping your right leg in towards your chest, and take your twist over towards the left. If one leg extended long is a deep enough stretch for you, you can stay there. To make it a little bit easier, like I said, you can keep both knees stacked and then shift your hips over to the other side as you send your knees over towards the left. Maybe take your gaze in the opposite direction. Inhale back to center, pull your knees in towards your chest, and rock from side to side. And then we'll take that on the other side. Inhale, pull your knees in, up towards your chest, and exhale, take that twist. If you want to take that extended leg out, Make sure you're extending the opposite leg that you did the first time. And take your gaze over to the other side if that feels good. Inhale, pull everything back towards your chest. Inhale, reach in between your legs, come into happy baby. Grab the outer edges of your feet. Try to get your knees outside of your ribs. Tailbone is down towards the front of the mat. You can be playful here, rock from side to side, or extend one leg and then the other. And then once you get some movement out, try to find a moment of stillness in this position and breathe. On an inhale, bring your knees back in towards your chest. Give yourself one last hug. Maybe bring your head up to your knees. One squeeze. And then exhale, release everything down. Release your legs long. And come into your Shavasana. Relax your shoulders down. Relax your back, relax your hips, your legs, your feet. Separate the lips a little bit here. Let the tongue fall away from the top of your mouth. Close the eyes. On an inhale, start to bring life back into your body. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Take a good morning stretch. Reach your arms up overhead, extending towards the back of the mat, toes towards the front. And then exhale, release everything back down. Slowly roll over onto whichever side is your favorite and come into a fetal position. And then slowly roll up. We'll meet seated. Keep the eyes closed down as we close out our practice together. Just take notice of how you feel. And then inhale, bring the hands to heart center. And we'll take 2 grounding breaths here. Inhale and exhale. One more breath, inhale and exhale. Slowly blink the eyes open. And thank you all for practicing with me. Have a great night.